Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries. We are continuing on with Inkmiss and we are officially on day 16, I think. What is today? Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's day 16. Sorry, I had to check which date we were on. I just got a little confused. Let me go ahead and open this door. Looks like today's ink is called Tundra. Ooh, fancy. And oh, it's a standard ink. Nice. I was wondering when we were going to get actually a standard because it's been a minute, I feel like. Actually, no, just kidding. We had Lullaby a few days ago. Anyways, let me go ahead and swatch this puppy. It looks like it's going to be a nice kind of warm gray to me. Okay, initial thoughts on this one. It is a nice warm gray. I do think it's going to have some pretty decent shading, just looking at it, the way it's drying for me. When I was doing the Wearingeul swatch card, I went to use my paintbrush to drop it down onto the card like normal, and it came out very red. And I'm pretty sure I had leftover sleigh ride still in my brush, so I went ahead and just did a whole new card and cleaned my brush really, really well, and I think I fixed that problem. It makes me wonder if maybe the 𝗬𝗃𝗁 card I did yesterday is probably contaminated too, but it's okay. I'm not that upset about it. As for this gray Tundra, it is stunning. It is warm. It has almost like a yellowy looking shade to it. Yeah, it's a nice kind of warm gray. I do think this might be kind of close to the 𝗬𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁. I want to compare for sure in my swatch book just because I know 𝗬𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 was discontinued, and if we already have a new ink by Diamine that's a good replacement, that makes me really excited. So really interested to see how this compares. But yeah, it's a nice kind of warm gray. Not really anything other exciting about it, just the shading. So let me go ahead and compare and see what else I got. Okie dokie, so here I have my swatch book, which has the Sarasara Paper paper. And here we have the swatch. It is still a bit wet, but you can see the shading already starting to develop here, and it definitely is a bit on the warmer side. So I think we'll have at least a decent shot at seeing something similar. Right off the bat on the first page here, I already thought it matched 𝗕𝗏𝘗𝗄𝗃 𝗦𝘃𝗽𝗆, which is actually one of my favorite grays, but I do think Tundra is slightly lighter, and it also seemed to be a bit drier in the dip nib. That could change depending on the pen though, so that's just my first initial thoughts, but it's definitely close to 𝗃𝗏 for sure. Let's see what else we got. If you wanted a darker version that's waterproof, definitely check out Wearingeul's Sketch Ink Lily. Here's 𝗬𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁, which is definitely not as close as I thought. 𝗬𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 definitely pulls a bit more pink, and Tundra pulls definitely a bit more yellow. But man, I was really hoping we might have something similar with this ink. That's okay though. That's okay. Let's keep going on and see what else I have in here. It's kind of close to Troublemaker's Moon River, but Moon River has really awesome chroma shading that goes almost to complete baby pink, and it has this kind of green halo thing going on. So they're not that close, but they're kind of close. Another great waterproof option, Diamine Document Urban Gray, which is a fantastic document gray, is also really similar in color. I think Tundra is still a bit more yellow though. Ooh, okay. It's very close to the base of Diamine's Muddy Puddle, which is a new favorite of mine. I think Muddy Puddle is pulling a little bit more beige, and Tundra is still pretty gray, but they're very close together. And that's all I have for grays. Wow, okay. Maybe I have something in black. Let's just look. I doubt it, but let's just see, because this definitely fits pretty firmly in the grays for me. Yeah, I would say the best match is going to be 𝗕𝗏𝘗𝗄𝗃 𝗦𝘃𝗽𝗆. So if you wanted a drier, less yellow version, I think Tundra is a good option. I do want to show the Tomoe paper swatch against the Wearingeul one right now, because the Tomoe one is pulling very blue, and the Tundra one is still pulling a bit more yellow. I did clean my brush really well, but you can even see in like the writing they're slightly different. So that's really interesting to see. I like the shading in this one, but I feel like this is just the green tone version of Marley. Like Marley's the purple version and Tundra is like the green version or something. It's really nice though. Let's go ahead and do a writing sample and I'll see how it behaves in a full page. So after I finished the writing sample, I have some thoughts. This is a really nice gray, but I do think it is a bit light, which I'm kind of shocked at because I thought it was going to be a bit darker than this. I still think it's legible in like a fine to medium nib pen for myself, but I think in extra fine, I would begin to struggle seeing anything on the page for sure. The shading in it is really nice, and I do think the shading might save it depending on the pen, but this did turn out to be a bit lighter than I thought. On a positive note, it was actually wetter than I anticipated as well. So when I initially wrote on it like with the swatch card here and then in the front swatch, I was like, it's kind of feeling a little dry. But after writing with it for almost a full page, I'd say it's pretty okay. I did one dip here and made it all the way until about here before I started feeling any kind of drag. So I feel like that's a pretty decent flow. It's not extra lubricated or anything. It's not super viscous, but it's decent. Do I like this one? Yes. Will I use this one? Yes. Is it my favorite? No. I think it's a nice, good ink, especially for a case of the Mondays and a very dreary Monday because it's rainy here. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all I got for Diamine Day 16. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm happy to have a standard, and I'm happy we finally have a good true gray in the group. I feel like Diamine's done a really good job in giving several different varieties of colors. Although I feel like we've had a lot of really light ones, and I'm hoping we're going to get some darker ones soon. I think yesterday's Sleigh Ride is just fantastic, but I think Wishing Tree is still my favorite out of everything we've gotten so far. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day, great start to the week. If you're watching Colorverse after this, pray for me. I'll see you there. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.